I've got to talk about this. And it's something I never talked about before. Something I've noticed about conservatives when they deal with liberals, whether it be social inequality, or whether it be unemployed, people being unemployed, or whether it be climate change, the response of the conservative has always been, let me give you an example. Leonardo DiCaprio talks a lot about climate change, or he has in the past. Conservatives will say, yeah, but he flew on that plane all the way across the country. So here he's talking about climate change, but then he's causing it. Or with Alexandria Ocasio, they'll say, oh, well, she talks about socialism, but she lives in this community that's kind of nice. Or she got this $1,000 dress. And if you remember, I came out and I said, so when she got elected, did you think she would just come out there with some damn off-the-rack slacks you just bought from TJ Maxx? And some a damn blouse she just picked up TJ Maxx? Basically like $100 outfit. In this society in which we live, whether you like it or not, you got to play by the rules. You got to look the part. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't mean to say play by the rules. I mean, yeah, look the part. Because if she didn't do that, say she did that, say she came up there with a $100 outfit, off the rack, stuff, then they would say, oh, see, this is the future of politics. They're dragging it all down. She got this office, but she's not even taking it seriously. Isn't that what conservatives will say? And I said, that just shows you, because conservatives, you can't win either way. You can't. You can't win either way. They're not going to let you win. It's all about division and attacking and being snarky and nasty, If you were in a position of authority, like you're a state rep or a congressman, you got to look the part. Sometimes you got to go out to them outings. That doesn't mean she isn't a socialist because she wears a nice dress to her first her first little dinner as a what? I guess they think she gonna go up there like Marx and them. I guess they really think that, and I know what it is. It's not designed for me. It's designed for these redneck idiots who are white trash, who want Trump's capitalism, but they're not capitalists. They work for a living. They probably make less money than I do, probably struggling way harder than I am. And their answer isn't, well, damn, capitalism's a problem because it creates this unfairness. It creates these boom and bust cycles. No, it's got to be because of, all these socialist people want to take over. So let me say that off the bat. I know I'm not trying to understand or reason with anything InfoWars puts out. Period. Let me say it up front. I didn't bring it up to do that. If somebody out there wants to do that, that's their business. That's not what I'm doing here. But we have to speak about how, because they're not the only one that have done this, how anytime a liberal who's a little successful stands up and speaks the truth that everybody else knows, all conservatives can do is, well, you're not, you're doing really bad, aren't you? It's, really? Hey, that dress wasn't even donated to her. How you know that? I just, I think it's nasty. I think it's mean. I think it's weak. Maurice told me one time, we talking about recycling and everything. And I wasn't a climate change person back then. He talking about recycling. He's like, oh, the recycling guys make so much money off the government. Do you know I don't care if those guys made $1 million per truck of recyclable material? If climate change is real, if it's real, and if plastics getting into the water are real and all that, I wouldn't care. It it'd be interesting, but I wouldn't care. It shouldn't be about someone making money and being successful. It should be about whether a system is successful or not. I think there's a bit of jealousy with those people too. I do. I think there's a jealousy because I think that historically they've always felt like in a capitalist society, only people who push capitalism in the free market should be successful. It's like if I'm in the black community, the only people in the black community should be successful are people that are pro-black. We know that's not true. There's plenty of rappers out here that do a lot of stuff that's not pro-black. It doesn't help the black community out at all, but they're somehow still successful. There's black people out here in the black community that do and say things that hurt black people, and they're still successful. I get it. Let me stop that there. I get it. But that's kind of, I think that's what it is. It's a jealousy. It's an anger and it's a jealousy that even though they're against, this extreme capitalism, not all of them are socialists, but they're against this extreme capitalism that, like, damn, things aren't getting better for me, even though I believe in it. They don't believe in it, but they're still successful. It's almost like I'm doing something wrong, and I think that's where the anger and the frustration gets. I think that's where it comes from. I told you they want to go back to how their grandparents made money, as far as coal mining and stuff like that, and the world has changed. I don't have to go into the computer stuff, but the world has definitely changed since then. I think that's what it is. I think if they really have, it's a jealousy, it's an anger, and it's a rage. They want things to go a certain kind of, the world to go a certain kind of way, but the world hadn't been going that kind of way in a very long time. And it doesn't seem like that's happening, that it's going back to coal mining and going back to these, I won't say guaranteed jobs, but just jobs. If you live in West Virginia, you did coal mining, strip mining, If you lived in certain areas, there were just certain jobs that, you may not like them, but they were still there. Your grandparent did it, your uncle did it, your daddy done it, So there's a rage, there's an anger because the system is changing and they don't like it. And so I think that's where that comes from. It's a jealousy. Definitely. It's kind of like when, and I told somebody about how these, football players, they make this money, but they do stupid shit with it. I didn't like that. And the dude was like, well, you're jealous. And I think I kind of was. I think I was a little bit jealous. And that's the same thing with, those people you're talking about. Those conservatives that want to sit here and make jokes about Ocasio and Leonardo DiCaprio, other famous liberals that you and I all know, who are just trying to, put the word out there, So if they're a liberal, they do that, right? Then you're saying that liberals should give everything up. You know what I mean? That's kind of like when they say if you don't like America, you should leave it. I wonder if these people would have told Dr. King that. Well, if you don't like America, you don't want to protest, and you should leave America. Of course he wouldn't have done that. That's ridiculous. Of course he wouldn't have done that. But I mean, it's the same logic. We're doing things this way, and we're not a democracy anymore. So if you don't like it, you should just leave. No. A lot of folks that influence this country, a lot of folks did a lot of positive things to make America a much better place to live in, excluding Trump. And we're not going to forget about those people. We're not going to, no. No one's going to do any of that. No. Peace out.